Hey everyone, welcome back to Virginia Venture Connect. This is Justin Ritter, co-host of the series. Steve Keeler could not join us today for technical difficulties, but I have here today with us Bob Stolle, the president and CEO of the Center for Innovative Technology, Virginia's leading venture capital investor. Bob, thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be with you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So, really, what I'm hoping you can help the audience understand is CIT's, or the Center for Innovative Technology's, role in startup investments, and specifically for Virginia investments in particular.
We are, CIT has for 35 years served as the primary, has had the primary responsibility for the growth of innovation and entrepreneurship in Virginia. I usually use this as an analogy of what the Economic Development Partnership is to relocations and growth of existing businesses. CIT is to startups and to entrepreneurs. So we focus specifically on direct investments, non-dilutive funding through grant programs. But in addition to that, we provide a variety of support services to regional economic development groups and regional entrepreneurial ecosystems, but also to network some of the angel funds and accelerators and other programs that exist within Virginia.
Okay. And for those who don't know, is CIT privately owned, publicly owned, a quasi bit of both? What
CIT, that's a great question. Sure, great question. We are a not-for-profit. We're not a state agency. We are not state employees, but we were definitely created by the Commonwealth of Virginia for the Commonwealth of Virginia, and that's why we exist. We are the operating arm for the newly created Virginia Innovation Partnership Authority. During the last session of the General Assembly, there was an effort by the Northam administration to consolidate some of the entrepreneurial and innovation programs scattered across various state agencies and organizations, and they are now all under the umbrella of the Virginia Innovation Partnership Authority, and we're the managing nonprofit. So we're running all of the investment and grant programs and ecosystem programs.
Well, very awesome. So you must really have a great eye for what is happening in Virginia, and if we could just take a step back initially, because I know that you have a lot of experience, many years in this space. And maybe you could just touch on the beginning of your career with Virginia startups, what you've seen as a statewide ecosystem, how you've seen it evolve to where we are today, with a follow-up of, from where we are now, where do you think we're going? Where should we be going as a state?
Sure, and I had a really what I consider to be the most fun I ever had in a job with the Greater Richmond Technology Council many years ago, and created the Tech Council and grew it to about 400 companies. And we had a tiger by the tail because everyone recognized that technology was critical to success. They recognized that e-commerce and websites were important. Weren't quite sure why. Or how that fit into the overall economy, or how that was going to assist them, but they recognized they needed to be a part of it. I think the same exists now when it comes to innovation and entrepreneurship. You see everyone from the federal government to large corporations like Dominion and others using innovation, using entrepreneurs to be the source of new innovation, new products, new services, and instead of creating new divisions within their organizations, they're looking to create accelerators and incubators and a variety of programs that invest in new startup technology, because that's where the innovation is happening. And just as far as trends go, it's amazing to me over that period of time, the number of programs, the number of organizations. We now have probably 6 or 7 successful accelerator programs in Virginia. We've got a variety of angel funds. The recognition within the Commonwealth of the importance of this sector of the economy, the support that Virginia itself provides through the VIPA, but then also directly to programs through Go Virginia and others. I'm absolutely amazed at how, whether you're Southwest Virginia or you are Northern Virginia or anywhere in between, the recognition that a very important part of the economy going forward is going to be entrepreneurship, the gig economy, some people call it, but the startup community and the importance to the regional economy.
Are there any industries, Virginia specific, that excite you in particular for now?
Well, there are several, and CIT's programs typically focus on high-tech, high growth. So, by code, in accordance with the budget that we are provided by the Commonwealth, they're looking to grow technology-based companies. Not that the others aren't important, but they feel that these are the ones that need investment from the Commonwealth to continue to grow. And so there are several key industry verticals that we invest in and that we're really excited about. Clearly, data analytics, cybersecurity, those are going to continue to be huge in every region within the Commonwealth. Life sciences, good grief, in the Charlottesville area with UVA and with what's going on at Virginia Tech Carilion and Northern Virginia. There's so much going on, so many exciting things going on with life sciences, but we've got some really cool things also in clean energy and in unmanned systems. I think a lot of people don't probably know that for the last 2 years in a row, Virginia's been listed as the top state in the country for the development of the unmanned systems industry. So we're really excited. We feel that we've got a great foothold in all of those sectors, and that's where we tend to focus our programs.
With your statewide focus, do you see any areas of improvement? Are there any that, what are maybe the highest priorities of improvement areas that you see for the Virginia startup ecosystem as a whole that we need to improve upon?
Well, I think one of the great positives has been the establishment of key entrepreneurial ecosystem coordinators and programs in each of the regions. We tend to look at Virginia as the 9 Go Virginia regions, and each one of those regions has what is referred to as the entrepreneurial ecosystem coordinator. And there are programs such as the RAMP Accelerator and 757 and Lighthouse Labs and others across the Commonwealth. CVIC is a great supporter of innovation and entrepreneurship. The challenge that you have is sustainability for those programs. The idea that somehow the private sector is going to step in and provide for the operating costs of the various ecosystem programs and initiatives. Clearly, we're not interested in, and we can't support the sustainability and the growth of every entrepreneurial initiative that's created, but we do work hard to make sure that the primary ecosystem coordinators in each one of the regions are strong and capable and representative of entrepreneurship and innovation in those regions. And one of our challenges right now is to ensure that they have that they can count on the Commonwealth as a partner for financial sustainability.
One additional question. I've seen a lot of, frankly, Twitter traffic right now of Miami and Austin trying to grab startups from California as startups are leaving. What's our argument for Virginia? What would you say to a startup that's looking to leave California, for example, to say, hey, consider Virginia?
I don't think that investors are, any longer, or at least as focused now as they were in having those startups in their own backyards. So there are significant advantages for businesses to locate in Virginia, whether it deals with the tax base or regulatory policy or proximity to a customer base, the federal government and others. And as a person who's lived all around the country, I can tell you that quality of life is better nowhere than it is in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we have a very strong focus. We believe that a third of our economy revolves around the startup community and the growth of entrepreneurs. We take that very seriously. We have significant programs to assist, not just the funding programs that we have, but helping entrepreneurs to grow stronger management teams, helping them to get some of the lean startup training programs and a variety of other resources that are available to them. So Austin well, I'll just say Austin is great. California, I would go back there, but it is Virginia is the I think a tremendous home for entrepreneurs, and as I said, we do recognize the importance of your contributions to the Commonwealth.
Very cool. Two final questions. First is now, and I understand that you were recently appointed, was it within the last year, as President CEO of CIT, is that right?
Yes.
What key initiatives are you bringing now that you're at the head of CIT? What are they?
I would say the top initiatives, and we are in the process of living up to the legislation that created the Virginia Innovation Partnership Authority. So one of our top initiatives is making sure that this new initiative to consolidate programs within Virginia and to meet the needs, the unmet needs of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial ecosystems, that we do meet those needs, that we satisfy those requirements. There are some great opportunities for us. I think most of the programs that we have when it comes to direct investments, either the GAP fund or commercialization fund, are built on a very successful and existing CIT programs. But the development, the creation of the entrepreneurial ecosystems division, and I know you're going to talk to Sean in this series as well, but that's new. And it's a recognition that no one knows entrepreneurship better than the people within the regions. And we've heard for many years people saying, why can't I get any visibility? Why can't why can't I get investors interested in the startups in my region? And that's what it's all about, making sure that they're empowered, that they are enabled, that they've got the funding that they need to be able to promote entrepreneurship regionally rather than just a top-down state perspective.
Cool. Last question. For the startup founder who has stumbled upon this video and has learned about CIT for the first time, if they want to get involved with CIT, what are the first steps that they take?
Well, I hate to sound trite, but CIT.org is our website, and all of the programs that we have are there. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking for what the types of assistance programs that are available, there's no easier way to do it than CIT.org. Beyond that, if you are an investor, if you're interested in growing the entrepreneurial community, my recommendation would be, if you contact me, I'll put you in touch with people that are local to you. Support the regional organization, support growth where you live, and don't, help us at the state level by growing at the base, at the foundation of where the strength really exists within Virginia. Look locally to provide your assistance.
Great. Well, Bob, thank you for spending the time with us today. I sure learned a lot, and I hope everyone out there did too. Thank you.
My pleasure. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Justin.